Imagine the paycheck you earn every 2 weeks. Now imagine handing more than half of it directly to your landlord, just for the roof over your head. For millions of people in cities across the world, this is not an exercise in imagination. It is their monthly reality. In many urban centers, the median rent has surged past 50% of the median worker's income. This single, stark number reveals a quiet crisis unfolding in our most productive and dynamic places. It is a crisis that locks young people out of opportunity. It forces families into long and costly commutes. It drains the economic vitality from the very communities that need it most. This financial pressure is more than an inconvenience. It is a barrier to a stable and prosperous life. For decades, we have looked to central banks and their control over interest rates as the primary solution for housing affordability. When rates go down, borrowing becomes cheaper. In theory, more people can afford to buy a home. But monetary policy is a blunt instrument with side effects. Lowering rates can fuel a frenzy of buying that drives prices even higher. We cannot rely on rates alone to solve a shortage of physical homes where people need them. First, cities must embrace profound and strategic changes to their zoning codes. Zoning rules are the invisible architecture of our cities, dictating what can be built and where. For too long, vast swaths of urban land have been restricted to only single-family homes, artificially limiting the number of available residences and pushing prices skyward. A powerful solution is to legalize more diverse housing types. For example, a city can change its rules to permit duplexes, triplexes, small apartment buildings. A clear example is allowing the construction of a small accessory dwelling unit, or granny flat, in a backyard. The benefit is immediate. It doubles the number of homes on a single piece of land, gently increasing density without demolishing the character of a neighborhood. Second, governments should leverage their most underutilized asset, public land. Cities, states, and transit authorities own countless parcels of land, from vacant lots, old industrial sites, underused parking areas near train stations. This land can be a powerful engine for creating affordable housing. Instead of selling these assets to the highest bidder for luxury developments, public entities can partner with builders to construct homes reserved for working families. A city could lease a publicly owned plot near a hospital on the condition that rents are tied to local median income. Using public land removes a huge cost from the development equation, making affordable homes financially viable. Third, support shared ownership and long-term rental security. Housing co-ops, community land trusts, and low-interest tenant purchase programs that create permanent affordability and empower residents. Implementing these policies will create clear and immediate winners. The most direct beneficiaries are the millions of people currently struggling with high housing costs. Young professionals starting their careers, families trying to find a stable home to raise their children, seniors living on fixed incomes who wish to remain in their communities. Essential workers, nurses, teachers, first responders, priced out of the cities they serve, could live closer to their jobs. Reducing commute times improves quality of life. Local businesses also win, with a larger, more stable workforce and customers with more to spend. Of course, change meets resistance, often from homeowners fearing neighborhood character shifts, traffic, or falling property values. Developers focused on luxury, and speculative investors benefiting from rapid price growth, may also oppose stabilizing measures. Resistance often stems from fear of the unknown and protecting a family's largest asset. Proponents must educate, communicate transparently, and show with data that gentle density can enrich neighborhoods. Design policies that are fair and prevent displacement. Build a broad coalition, renters, aspiring homeowners, employers, social justice advocates, around shared benefits, less traffic, a stronger local economy, more vibrant communities. Frame reform as a collective effort to build a better future for everyone, and common-sense solutions become possible. These ideas are not a silver bullet. They should not be implemented as a rigid, top-down mandate. The most effective path to housing reform is one of pragmatism, experimentation, careful measurement. Instead of overhauling an entire city overnight, start with pilot programs in specific neighborhoods. A city could select one urban and one suburban district to test more flexible housing types and gather real-world data on impacts, positive and negative, before a wider rollout. Guide experiments with data and transparency. Define success metrics. How many new homes were created? What happened to nearby rents? How did residents perceive change? Publish results. Have an honest conversation about what works and what does not. Engage beyond hearings, centers, markets, associations, and incorporate local knowledge. When people feel part of the solution, they support it. A home is fundamentally more than a financial asset or a unit of housing stock. It is the physical and emotional anchor of our lives, a place of safety to rest, a quiet space to work or study, a stable environment in which to raise a family. When the cost of this basic necessity spirals out of control, it destabilizes everything else. Relentless rent or an unattainable mortgage makes life harder, more stressful, less secure. We have a responsibility to ensure housing serves its primary purpose, shelter and a foundation for human flourishing, not just wealth for a fortunate few. Reforming zoning, utilizing public land, and supporting shared ownership are realistic, achievable steps we can take right now. The best way to make housing more affordable is to allow more of it to be built in the places people need it most. This is a matter of political will, not technical impossibility. Let us begin this work today. We can start small. One neighborhood, one public lot, one pilot program at a time. Empower cities to experiment, learn, and adapt based on real-world evidence. Build a future where our children can afford to live where they grew up, and our cities remain vibrant for all. With courage, creativity, and commitment to well-being, we can mend the fabric of our communities. Let us try these ideas now, learn quickly, and make safe, secure, affordable homes a reality for everyone. The time for action is now. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like, subscribe to HomeSmart Academy, and drop a comment below. Do you think the Fed's rate cuts will make homes more affordable, or is it too little too late? And if you want to learn more about housing trends and how they affect your financial future, check out our other videos on the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.